All right, guys, welcome back to Passive and Aggressive. My name is Dalton Johnson. I'm here with Nick Marchwinski.
Hello.
This is episode 5.
Cinco de Mayo.
It's not.
It was in the past, like a week ago.
It's close enough.
About a week ago.
Talk about a lot of things in this episode. NBA. Talk about a little bit of Shaq and Charles Barkley, that rivalry.
Drama show.
Those guys are so entertaining.
Drama show.
Mm-hmm. Talk more about the playoffs in the NBA and the NHL. How LeBron is doing. OV, Chris Paul.
Winnipeg, though.
Seriously?
Spoiler.
We talk about the Avengers. Finally get our fucking impressions on that.
It's an amazing movie. Dawn went a little overboard, but we'll go into it.
I think it's all right. And we also talk about this new game called Conan Exiles.
Exile.
Yes, that is the word. Just came out of early access, only $30. I'm for some reason pitching it to you, but I just really recommend it. It's a great game.
If you like playing as a naked guy, then it's all for you. Just like Dawn.
Who doesn't?
Naked.
Anyway, we also talk about UFC. Speaking of...
UFC 224.
224. Get our picks, our bets. I have a bad feeling about it, to be honest. I don't know why.
Don didn't do his research, guys.
I rarely do. Anyway, it's going to be a jam-packed episode. Make sure you listen, subscribe, rate,
and enjoy.
Manage something, then. Don't just stand there.
I file paperwork. I dust your tables. I take your photographs.
You sound like a maid.
So, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Emperor Palpatine just came out.
Did you get him?
Duh. This is my first character that you get from having a group of characters.
Your first, I think they're called legendary. Your first legendary character.
Yes. And I had 7 mil. And I used all 7 mil to level him up. And now he's at 77, which is my level. Gear 8, almost gear 9. I need raids. That's the only way I can get this part is through raids.
Yeah.
But you are right about the excuse that. About the ability mat. No, what are they called? The purple things.
Ability mats, yeah.
Yeah, the ability mats.
They're bullshit.
Because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things to level up. So that adds up pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
But it's okay, though, because on Empire,
Yeah, your Empire team's not even close to being ready, is it?
It's kind of close. The only person I got left is TIE Fighter Pilot.
He isn't easy for him.
And then while I'm getting him up, I'm also going to get my Darth Scion up. And if he gets pretty good, I'll just swap him out for my Stormtrooper.
You should do that.
Because Darth Scion's a fucking dog. I hate fighting against him, dude.
Well, I also got Palpatine. And this is actually my third legendary character.
That's because you set me up for failure.
I didn't set you up for failure. How many times did you thank me for setting you up with a scoundrel?
How many times did I thank you for getting me 3 legendaries?
0 times.
Exactly. What's a better thank you?
I guess when the one I got, not the one that I did. You could have done your own goddamn thing.
I'm dying, man.
You knew what... I told you what Phoenix gets you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because you're like, why do you have them? You don't even watch that show.
I thought you just picked them because that's what everybody else did.
That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't do it for no reason.
You did it because of the same reasons they did, because of some guide that you read.
Right. A guy that told me it would get me 3 legendary characters.
Why didn't you give me that guide? You gave me the guide that said...
I definitely sent you a guide.
Hey, why don't you get a bunch of rebel characters and get really good for a little bit and then just slowly start to decline because you don't get legendary characters. And then you gotta watch everybody with their dope characters and you're just sitting there worthless.
Well, you got Palpatine now. Quit your bitching. It's not even that big of a deal.
I'm pretty excited to use them.
Yeah, as soon as you start using them, you'll be in the top 100. Easy.
You think so?
Easy.
I don't know. I gotta get more mods and swap them around.
I'm beating people in the top 50 that have a Palpatine lead and Thrawn, and they have terrible mods.
Are all yours speed?
They all have speed.
Every single one?
Yeah. Some of them are a lot, like plus...
On every single character?
Yeah.
How do you get so many speed mods?
I farmed it a lot. Like, the entire Thrawn event, I already had everyone at 7 stars. The only thing I was farming was mods. And gear.
Should I be using my Cantina energy more on mods? I gotta use it for TIE Fighter Pilot. I always have a character I gotta use it on.
One day a week.
Yeah, other than that, but then I get like 1 a week if I'm lucky. And there's like, how many mods per character? Whose dick are you sucking? That's all I want to know. Just give me the name. I want to get better at the game. Sacrifices will have to be made.
You just chose the wrong strategy, dude.
I don't swallow.
No, you're spitting. Stop. It's not my fault, man. Take responsibility.
I was on Facebook earlier.
Okay.
And first of all,
a thrilling start to the story. We're already going off on a tangent. You said like 4 words of your story and you're already on a tangent?
Yes, you are correct.
What the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
How come whenever you click on the comment section of Facebook, the top 5 comments are negative? Like, what kind of bullshit is that? What kind of life are we living?
Negative as in?
Like, just any... I'll go on Facebook right now, as an example. Okay. This is how confident I am in my
You're talking about like just
theory here.
Cancerous people on the internet?
Yeah, just negative. It's like only on Facebook, though.
And YouTube.
I don't see it that much on YouTube.
Are you crazy?
But I don't really watch... I don't watch it. I don't read a lot of comments.
Good. YouTube comments are literally the scum of the earth. It's the most Isley of the internet.
This is just a Sports Center thing.
Okay.
20 years ago, Michael Jordan was the undisputed GOAT. Then along came LeBron James.
It's quite a title.
ESPN.com. Is LeBron overtaking MJ as the greatest player of all time?
Yep.
Do you think the top comment is a constructive criticism on LeBron or somebody defending Michael Jordan in a polite way?
I suppose it could be.
Let's find out.
I'm gonna laugh if it is.
20 years later, nothing has changed. 599 likes. And then the second one's the exact same thing.
The exact same thing?
Yep. Third one, Sports Center. You need to stop with this shit. You guys are becoming the LeBron James propaganda network. Fourth one, I'm not even going to read this because it's world? Literally...
That's a fucking essay. Someone wrote a thesis in this Facebook comment.
Yeah, that's like one of those when you're having an online class in school and you got to post 2 comments a day, but you got one of them asshole teachers that says, your comments have to be 200 words and 2 sources. Yep. That's what that guy did in his Facebook comment. And he was just doing it to bitch.
He's practicing.
Like,
I get what you're saying.
It fucking bothers me. Sometimes it'll turn my mood around. Like, I'll get depressed and shit. Like, what the fuck is up with people?
You just got to close her off from that shit.
It's hard because sometimes I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'll see some kind of...
Yeah.
Something on Sports Center about a soccer team and somebody getting a new soccer team or a soccer player or something. And I'm like... I don't know shit about soccer, but I'm curious to see if this is a big deal or not. So I'll go in the comments just to see what's up. And then it's all just bitching.
Okay, well, you need to find different sources for these comments then. Facebook is not a good source of information from comments.
You're right.
I recommend Reddit. Well, that's probably biased.
You are right about that. I should make Reddit my go-to, because Facebook's the go-to. It's like your instinct for me.
Sure.
So I got to switch that shit around.
I've completely dropped Facebook.
I know.
Just irritating to me. Couldn't take it, so...
Alright, we're gonna hop on this train.
This what train?
This trend train.
Trend train?
Yeah.
You think I'm just doing it to be trendy? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, and I'm all aboard!
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you're with me, that's fine. You don't think that it's like for a good cause or anything?
What? Facebook?
Ditching Facebook.
Oh.
Like, there's a good reason for it.
The only reason why I go on Facebook is to see sports things or family. But a lot of my family is negative. Always bitching or crying about something.
Could just do without it.
I think I could do without it.
It's just one less negative stressor.
I'm just gonna never tell anybody happy birthday again.
I don't. No one's complained to me. Are you even really friends with the people on Facebook other than family? Probably not.
No. Every once in a while I'll message somebody just from high school or something like that. Just say hi.
You could probably count on your hand the number of times you were glad to have Facebook. Like, wow, sure glad I had Facebook to build this connection for me.
I don't think I could ever think of one offhand.
Absolutely not. I mean, it was nice for a while, but it's definitely overstayed its welcome. That's probably how all things are, really. Same thing's probably going to happen to Reddit.
Are you employed from Reddit?
I just said same thing's probably gonna happen to Reddit. It just got too big, too successful for its own good, and then it's just falls.
That's only if you just give in to the masses.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah, they're turning it into a social network, just like Facebook.
I think what fucked Facebook up the most was the advertisements.
Yeah. And the shitty people.
Yeah, that and their target market got so big that it allowed all the shitty people to have a big voice. Because realistically, what is it, like 10% of Facebook's whole community is probably writing those shitty comments? The other 90% are people that don't even bother.
That sounds right to me.
I would imagine.
Bro science, bro stats.
How many assholes are out there? There can't be that many.
It seems like there's a lot based on the saturation of it on the internet. It's not even just the internet. I feel like anybody who speaks out in public is usually saying something really drastic.
What do you mean?
Not necessarily speaks out.
Like a public speaker?
No. Like if something's going on, so the person who's going to yell out something is probably not going to say something super nice.
Yeah. Okay. Do people yell to say something nice?
Hey man, good job!
Nobody does that.
Really good job out there!
I say stuff like buddy and boss and bud like that all the time.
What? You call people fun names?
Like, how you doing, bud?
I do
stuff
bud.
like that.
I've never heard you
Thanks,
call
boss.
anyone bud.
I call people bud and buddy all the time. And boss.
Nice job, bud. Bud? You never called me bud.
Because you ain't my bud.
Fuck.
You gotta get on that level, son.
I guess so.
Did you see Shaq and Charles Barkley get into it?
No, I didn't. What did they say?
They were talking about the Toronto Raptors coach. I don't know his name.
Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, I think he won Coach of the Year.
He did win Coach of the Year.
And they were debating on if he should or shouldn't be Coach of the Year, which they both agreed that he should.
He shouldn't.
But Charles Barkley, don't interrupt me,
Sorry.
first of all.
Well, I was interrupting you while I was answering your questions. You were fine with that, weren't you?
Know your
when you couldn't
fucking
fill in the
place.
gaps.
Know your fucking place. I'm telling the story.
I'm like a little Google machine
you
for you.
sit down and just,
fucking hate
just shut the fuck
I
up.
punch you in the eyeball. Grab it.
Charles
Pull it out.
Barkley
Okay.
said he thinks that he should be Coach of the Year and he shouldn't get fired, but he needs to fix his relationship with DeMar DeRozan. Shaq said, no, he don't. He goes, yeah, he does. He goes, no, he don't. And then Shaq's defense was, when you are supposed to be the superstar of a team, when they need you the most in those games, like Game 3 and Game 4, you're supposed to shine.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you get dealt with accordingly.
Dealt with accordingly.
Which is getting benched. And then him looking defeated in that. Just his morale and whatever. I guess he got benched in Game 3. I don't know if it's true or not.
DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah. And then they both just got into it. And then Charles Barkley was like, blah, blah, like, no, like, he does need to do it. And then Shaq's like, no, he don't. He's like, and then Charles was like, if they're ever going to be champions, he needs to do it. And then Shaq's like, you don't know anything about being a champion. And he starts showing off how many champions he got. And then Charles was like, I didn't write on coattails of Kobe and Dwayne Wade.
Jesus, man. It always drops down to the same shit.
Like they're so petty with each other. It's hilarious.
You know why it's hilarious? Because the same shit you do with Sam.
For real.
It's bullshit.
It's entertaining. Where's my fucking
Petty
TV
assholes.
show with Sam?
Please don't start one. I do not want to be involved with that.
You can be the mediator.
No.
That'd be the most miserable job in the world.
It is.
It's a mediator between me and my girlfriend. That'd be Toby
What?
of The Office.
Oh, no.
I'd be like, they'd be that miserable.
For real. This guy is... Can you please stop?
Does that mean my relationship's healthy?
No! Y'all's got problems, man. Sort your shit out.
Hey,
So,
love is crazy.
you're crazy. Speaking of basketball...
I apologize, guys.
Boston beat the 76ers.
I know. Did you see how they won? The last play was Ben Simmons just fucking trying to be a quarterback and pass it all the way down, and he passed it right to a Philly player.
Yeah.
Did you see the stat, which I found this on Facebook?
Okay.
Shit like this, I wouldn't have without Facebook. The Philly, their plus minus was like a negative 61 or some shit with him on the court, and a plus 48 with him off the court.
Are you serious? You needed Facebook for this? I literally told you last week on this podcast.
Facebook or Instagram, whatever.
Literally,
You told me that, but I didn't know it was that bad.
I literally told you those numbers.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So those numbers stayed the same?
Probably not. You're right. But I still fucking told you the same goddamn thing.
Because if they stayed the same, that'd be pretty fucking crazy.
Here's another stat for you that you can tell me next week.
Okay.
Ben Simmons did not make a single shot outside the paint.
I believe that.
He only took like 2.
I think the hype train's getting derailed.
It's not the hype train. It's not the hype train.
Back.
No. It was just Philadelphia got outcoached severely. Brad Stevens of the Boston Celtics should win Coach of the Year.
Fucking got 30 points a few games and 20 plus points.
They gave him one-on-ones, and they covered the shooters, which no one else did. Everyone tried to deal with the Embiid problem, so they just dished it out. That's why J.J. Redick nails all those threes, and then Ben Simmons gets the ball out, and then he just runs to the net, catching him off guard. They just let Embiid do his thing. They surrendered some offensive rebounds, but they stopped the transition offense, and they forced Ben Simmons to operate in a half-court set, run plays and shit.
In his, worst setting
He
possible.
can't fucking do it, no. That's where Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum of the Celtics show that they're way better than Simmons.
Because they could shoot.
And
Ben Simmons,
orchestrate an offense, yeah.
Is he just good because of his basketball IQ and his build
Yeah, basically.
for his position?
He's super athletic. He can fucking dunk. And he's really good inside.
He's a good passer and shit.
He's a good passer and he's really good inside. Not to say that he's a shitty player or anything. He just can't fucking shoot.
Didn't you tell me that shooters usually don't improve their shooting percentage over their
Bad
career?
shooters don't really improve that well. People that statistically start the same way that Ben Simmons start, which is less than 30%, lower than 50% free throws, don't improve that much. Bad shooters
Is there
stay
any
bad.
exceptions to the rule that you can think of?
Not offhand, but I know there are some. It's not like he's doomed for failure just because he can't shoot right now.
No, but he won't be the star-studded player that everyone's comparing to LeBron and who else? Magic Johnson, I think.
Yeah. I doubt it. I doubt it'll be that good. I'm assuming Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum will be better than him.
Okay, this is a good exception to the rule for the Facebook rant that I had. Because the number one comment on that minus 61 and plus 48 thing for Ben Simmons was, I'm sure he'll bounce back. No, it was he's having a sophomore slump. Because it's his technically second year or whatever.
That's fucking funny. And there you go.
I seen that. I started laughing. See, shit like that gives me hope, so I stay on. It's
you can get shit 10 times better than that on Reddit, dude. Come on.
It's like a bitch that's leading me on. It's like, I'll just...
just tease you.
Yeah.
A little bit of funny content.
It's a little funny.
Just whip it away and throw Nazi symbols at you. It's rough shit. But anyway, so now it's Boston versus Cleveland.
Do you think Boston has a chance?
Brad Stevens, again, is a great coach. I'm sure...
So is LeBron James.
It's true. He knows people's plays better than the players do.
Yeah.
They have to deal with LeBron, yeah. He has more playoff minutes than the entire Celtics roster combined.
Are you serious?
I'm saying Cavs in 5. The
Man.
Celtics have great wing players that can defend. They showed that against Philadelphia. But they have no one that can guard LeBron.
Let me ask you a question.
Maybe Al Horford, but he's way too slow.
How did the Pacers give LeBron such a hard time in the first round, but then they just coast past the number one team in the NBA?
Pacers are good. People underrated them. And Toronto doesn't know how to beat LeBron. This is the 3rd straight year they've been kicked out by him.
Do you think it's a mental thing?
I think it's the coach. Coach is not making adjustments. Dwayne Casey is not following all the other NBA coaches who are trying to learn how to defeat Golden State. So he's not trying to beat LeBron.
Charles and Shaq got into an argument about that too, because Shaq said they did make adjustments.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
I don't think it's necessarily a coach thing.
3 years in a row.
I think it's more of a DeMar DeRozan.
You're blaming DeMar?
I think it's a mental barrier that he just can't get past. He's used to LeBron beating him, almost like your big brother. Mm-hmm. So when you have that mentality, it's so much harder for you to break that.
If you think it's going to happen, it is.
Yeah, and then you get mentally defeated when it starts to happen, and you start to see it happen, and then you get that anxiety, oh no, this shit's happening, and I can't stop it. And you have all those negative thoughts, and you start to feel defeated, and you lose in 4 games.
I refuse to blame DeMar DeRozan. I'm going to blame the coach. So, moving to the West. Rockets Warriors. This This is what people were dreaming about at the start of the season for the West. Maybe a little more OKC action.
Right. Come on. Everybody wanted OKC to be the star-studded
They wanted
team.
them to be the Warrior Killers.
I wanted them to win so bad.
But consolation prize, Chris Paul and James Harden are pretty fucking good. Chris Paul, this is the first time he's even going to the conference finals.
His last game on his birthday, he went off.
40 points.
Yeah, and like
something like 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 0 fucking turnovers.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious. So the Rockets beat Utah 5 games. Donovan Mitchell played fucking incredible.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's a dog.
He showed up. Future's bright for Utah. But even with Paul and Harden...
We might get him in Motor City Miley.
No, we're not. There was no fucking way we get him in Motor City Miley.
He's on a rookie contract. Okay.
I don't see the Rockets stopping the Golden State train. I don't really see anyone stopping the Golden State train.
So, okay. Point guard, you got Curry and then Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Curry's a little better. Or a lot
I'd
better.
say Chris Paul's a better point guard.
What?
Steph Curry's a better shooter, for sure.
Who's going to be more impactful to their team?
Chris Paul.
Really?
I think if Steph Curry gets injured, the Golden State Warriors will still win. I think if Chris Paul gets injured, they have no chance.
I guess you're...
That makes him more valuable by definition.
I guess. Shooting guards, it's Clay versus Harden. Harden's a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got KD versus who?
Clint Capella.
I know his name. Is he good?
He'd be pretty good.
Is he good defensively? Like, can he shut down KD?
He's good defensively and he shoots threes.
Okay. And then who they got for center?
Jonas Valanciunas. No, that's Toronto. Rockets center. Fuck.
Wow, you're supposed to be the NBA guy.
I don't remember.
Obviously, he ain't good enough to remember. Do you know the power forward?
For the Rockets. Fuck. I should, but I don't.
It's a doucher for Golden State.
A doucher?
Ain't it?
No. Well, unless you're calling Draymond Green a doucher.
Oh, no. I was calling...
Zaza Pachulia.
Yeah, he's a doucher.
Well, I think he's more of a bench player now. Now they use JaVale McGee.
Good.
He's a center. He's super tall and he decided to be good now, so...
Gotcha. So, Golden State's just a well-rounded team. Better and...
Unfortunately, yeah.
What do you think? It's going to be like 5 games?
I'll give him 6. Rockets will definitely give him a good fight. I think it will be a very exciting series.
I think Harden's going to turn it up.
He better.
He's going to start fucking
They have
cooking.
to. That's the thing. If they don't, then... Sorry.
They have to, but if they do...
And they have a history of not.
If they do, could they beat them?
I mean, anyone can beat anybody in basketball. Look at Utah. Look at it, the Pacers.
Okay, but I think...
So yeah, if you show up, you win.
I think Harden and Chris Paul can do it.
Yeah. Of the West teams, they're the only ones that can do it.
I want them to win, but...
You just don't see it.
No, I don't know.
I don't see it. And then, obviously, whoever wins is going to win the finals. This is basically the finals that we're going to be watching soon.
If Houston wins, I could see LeBron beating them.
Maybe. I could see Chris Paul just having the time of his fucking life because he has Jordan Clarkson guarding him. James
but
Harden
then you got
has
Kevin
no
Love just getting 30 points from LeBron.
I don't know, man.
Which two would you rather have, Harden Paul or LeBron Love?
I'm never not going to choose LeBron in that scenario.
Okay, then. So what? You're good.
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I can totally see that. I'm envisioning it now. Houston becomes the Golden State Killers, and then they get LeBron. And then LeBron is this fucking... Is he the GOAT now? Like, is he considered the GOAT?
If he wins, he wins out, then I would call him the GOAT.
Shaq doesn't even have him in his top 5, or Charles Barkley.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
They're talking about, like, overall at careers and championships. Like, Shaq gets Kobe, and Charles Barkley got Kobe above LeBron.
They'll put him up there once he retires. Just watch.
Maybe. Probably. It's hard for me to not say he's...
Yeah, how can you not?
Top 2 of all time.
That's what I'm saying. People are in denial because they don't want to say that he's one of the best since he's still playing.
You should respect greatness.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah. So, enough for NBA because I want to talk about the NHL.
Okay, what's going on? Fucking...
Yeah, you know what's going on. Washington.
Tell me the deets.
Washington fucking won. They beat Pittsburgh in 6 games.
So there's another little
First
individual player curse.
First time any Washington team has gotten to the conference final.
Seriously?
Ever.
Any Washington team?
In any sport. Yes. I seen that.
That's not true.
I seen it.
That's not true.
How is it not true?
The Washington Redskins have been to the Super Bowl. Is that Washington State?
Is that Washington the state or is that Washington,
no, it's
D.C.?
DC, man.
Are you sure?
No. But.
Well, it was some kind of statistic about them not doing it. And it was more than just the Capitals. I can promise you that. Anyways, Ovechkin finally did it. He broke that fucking camel on his back.
How is it? What are the fucking chances that Chris Paul and Ovechkin break those kind of curses at the same time? What a time to be alive. 2018, man.
Yeah.
It's a positive year.
Sometimes that shit just happens and there's nothing you can do about it. Like Vegas.
Yeah.
Because they're going on too.
Some miraculous shit.
They're facing either Predators or Winnipeg. And you know what's crazy about their stats? If you add up all their shots in the first 6 games, they have the exact same amount of shots on goal, the exact same amount of chances. One team has like a little bit more, like 1 or 2 more goals than the other team. It's
Predators
like,
and the
Winnipeg. It's eerily
Seriously?
It's eerily close. It's kind of ridiculous.
What the fuck is going on?
Winnipeg got a great team.
Got
Has. They got a good goalie in Hellbuck. They got Dustin Byfuglien, who can play forward and defense.
Byfuglien?
Yeah, he's a beast.
Love Byfuglien.
Yeah, he used to play for the Blackhawks when they were decent, you know. And then they got a bunch of young prospects up top that have just started to get in good shape. And Blake Wheeler is a dog too. He's a really good power forward that's underrated as hell.
I know a guy who knows him. Or I know a guy who knows a guy who knows him.
Oh yeah?
Got the hookup. Yep.
Do you? So can we get him on the podcast or what?
So do you think Vegas is going to make it all the way or what? Are we all a part of this movie?
Vegas? I'll say this. If Marc-Andre Fleury can keep his form, then yeah, they can easily take it to the final. If Predators win, I think there'll be a harder matchup for Vegas than Winnipeg.
I agree.
Because Pekka Rinne is an animal in that. And if he turns it on, I think he's better than Fleury.
I agree.
And then you got PK Subban, who's a very dynamic player, where if he is on, he's on. If he's not on, he's not. And then they got a lot of other defensemen, like Roman Josi, who's a huge not liability, the opposite of a liability defensively. He's a really good defensive defenseman.
A defensive defenseman?
That's an actual position, yeah.
Okay.
And they got Philip Forsberg, who's been making some unreal plays in the playoffs. Just like his daddy. Or not? Is that his dad? Peter Forsberg?
I doubt it.
I'm gonna go
You're just assuming a connection.
Real quick. Should I search it the way you like? Or should I just look it up the way I should, like a normal person?
That is not how normal people do it. That's how idiots do it.
Forsberg, the son of Peter Forsberg. It's the fucking... At birth, he was named Carl Philip Anton Forsberg. Although he is referred to by his second name, Philip, he has a younger brother, Fredrik Forsberg, who plays hockey in the Leksands IF organization. The brothers are of no relation to NHL Hall of Fame member Peter Forsberg.
Nice one.
Why would they put that at the very end? You ruined my whole day. I felt like I was reading up to something.
I could tell the way you were saying it. You were like rising up.
Thanks a lot,
And then
Google.
bam, climax. Down you go.
Damn. I feel like I just read a mean tweet.
That was incredible. I'm so glad that happened.
So yeah, it's going to be Vegas versus either Nashville or Winnipeg. And I think Game 7's today. I think.
Google again.
Nah, just NHL app, bro.
Okay.
It's either today or tomorrow. It might be tomorrow because of a Justin Timberlake concert, man. I don't know what's today. It's on right now.
Seriously? Who's winning?
Nobody. It's 0-0.
Nice.
16:36 in the first.
Spoilers. You'll have already seen it by then. By the time this is out.
It's okay. Speaking of spoilers, you reminded me of me spoiling the Avengers in our intro to the last podcast.
Yeah. Right.
So you finally watched it.
I did.
What do you think?
It's kind of a big question. I think I would put it at number 1 for Marvel films.
Wow.
I know that abandons a lot of the, what would you call it, loyalty to the classics that, you know, made it what it is. Yeah, the OGs that made it what it is. I'm gonna take a bold statement here and say that it is the best. Just, pure stats. It has the most impact. It's the most jam-packed with action.
It has the most impact.
It has the most impact. Tell me it doesn't.
Iron Man has the most impact because it started the whole thing.
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, impact in the movie. Like things that happen are way more important.
Okay, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
We've been building up to this movie for, like...
10 years,
half
man.
our goddamn
Seriously. It's insane.
The only thing I can compare this to is the last episode of Harry Potter.
Right.
Like, the movies are just building up and building
Where you,
up.
like, grow up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those kind of movies really have a deep connection with you.
It's crazy, though, because Thanos isn't... I don't think he's a bad guy. I think
He doesn't seem like it, yeah.
he's more of an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he genuinely thinks that he's doing the right thing.
I think he is probably still an asshole. I think he kills people for fun.
Yeah, well, in the movie...
They portrayed him as definitely a more sensitive guy.
Right, because in the comics, half the reason why he's doing it is to get that Death pussy.
Yeah.
And Death's like, nah, we just friends.
I'll show you.
It's like, I like you, but I like you as a brother. I don't like you like that.
This goes off on a murderous rampage.
I'm gonna get super powerful. And then he does. And then he tries to go hit up Death, and she says that he's too powerful for her now.
Whoops.
And then he just goes on a tyrant rampage in the comics. But
that's what I would do. That's understandable.
in the movie, he's doing it for reasons that I can see why they make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because he watched his civilization or his planet do kind of what the humans are on pace to do right now.
Right.
As far as overpopulation goes and how that could lead to catastrophic events.
True, but there are definitely better solutions than murder.
Right. Like, I agree with that. Like, that's not a hero. That's more of like a...
Dick.
No, like a insane person. But there's a different term for it.
Psychopath.
I don't know. Somebody who just like thinks that they're doing the right thing, but at what cost is that? There's a limit to the cost.
For sure.
I don't know. But I really did like the movie.
Phone's on silent, please. Thank you.
It was my vibrator. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you had that out at this session.
Did you notice that... Okay, we're spoiling this fucking movie. I want to talk about it. I don't care.
We are, yeah. I thought that was established already.
Did you notice that everybody who was left, or the majority of them are like the OG cast?
The original characters, yeah. And Nebula.
Do you think they're going to follow the comics?
Seems like it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Unless just to mix it up. They'll do it. They'll mix it up, I mean.
I think Iron Man's going to have to be the one that saves it. Because they made him this character that had to stay alive. Like Doctor Strange said, it had to be this way. Like,
yeah.
They had to keep Iron Man alive for something, so I think he's going to, like, sacrifice himself.
So you think everybody dying and Tony Stark staying alive is that one scenario that Doctor Strange saw that worked?
Yes.
Out of those millions?
I think that we're on that one scenario right now.
I could see it.
Or else Doctor Strange wouldn't have sacrificed himself like that unless he was confident in it. I mean, how confident can you be?
I mean, he could have been confident in someone else.
I don't
Just
know.
that.
Maybe.
As long as the sacrifice was made.
Nebula isn't an important enough character for the movies for them to make her the hero.
To kill her father? That's pretty important.
I could see if it was Gamora. Unless they're trying to...
I'm guessing it'll be like a redeemed...
If Nebula does it, okay, then what?
Story's over.
Right, but she's not going to be like this superstar in the next movie.
She'll probably die too. I imagine.
I think they're going to kill Iron Man off too because of his big ass contract.
Yeah, just to end it.
Yeah.
Closure.
And I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. is getting sick of it. Like, how many times can you play the same character? Ask...
Chris Evans?
No, Hugh Jackman. I forgot Wolverine's name for a second. I'm so embarrassed.
Did he not like playing Wolverine after a while?
He liked it, but the amount of like exercise he had to do was very grueling. Because he's getting older.
Shape.
He's 50 years old to get fucking Wolverine shape. Like, that's like very hard on your body. You should see some of the workouts that he does. It's ridiculous. How much he deadlifts and squats and shit.
I don't even want to know.
He turns into fucking Wolverine in real life. But he's a beast Wolverine. Like 6'4". Wolverine ain't that tall in the
Speaking of...
He's like 4 foot. No, 5 foot.
Who
is?
Like
4'11".
Yeah.
Something like that.
Small dude. Your size.
That's why he's my favorite.
Anyway, speaking of large buff dudes, have you ever seen Conan the Barbarian. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. No? You fucking uncultured swine.
Never even heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Is it a comedy?
No. It's an action fantasy adventure.
Does it have Conan in it?
Beyond your wildest dreams.
Is it like a TV show?
Filled with dragons and fury, love, lust. It's a really good old movie. From like 1985. It has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. I think it has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bet you weren't expecting that name.
Is that why you like it?
No. I liked it because my dad liked it. My dad watched it with me. He even bought me the book.
Oh.
By Robert E. Howard. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I've been playing a game set in the universe of Conan called Conan Exile.
Is it the game that I keep interrupting you?
Yep, I really wish you wouldn't because it's very distracting. There's no pause.
I made him die once.
I've died so many times. This is a open world RPG, like Minecraft style game set in this Conan the Barbarian universe where...
When you say Minecraft style game, does that mean like there's no actual storyline and you just do what you want?
There's definitely a storyline from what I can tell, but you kind of have to... You get there in your own way. For example, you are crucified in a desert for crimes that are pretty much random, basically. Whether you committed them or not, who knows? You've been captured and crucified, and this big barbarian dude, I'm pretty sure it's Conan, breaks you down and frees you. But he leaves you alone in this exiled land, and you're supposed to survive, literally wearing no clothes, no possessions, you're hanging dong. I'm serious.
Slinging dick?
I'm serious. Unless, of course, you're a female, and then hanging teat. And then you just go on this adventure. You have to survive. You can build a base, which is fucking ridiculous because it can get pretty creative with it.
So that's the Minecraft part?
That's the Minecraft part, and you know, farm resources and shit, kill things. The combat system is actually pretty fun. It's a co-op experience. You can go online with servers, tear down other people's bases. There are NPC threats that'll try to tear down your base.
So is it kind of like a better version of Minecraft?
Basically. Not better. Minecraft definitely has a lot more content, but this game just came out of early access, but it's still loaded with content. And it's only like $30.
Trying to sell it?
A little bit.
You selling it to me?
More people to play it, more popular it gets. I definitely recommend it. It's super fun. I haven't gotten very far at all. I built like a 4-block house just because I keep dying. I suck at it, apparently.
So what's your game plan in it?
My game plan?
Just to survive right now?
Yeah, survive, find a house. I'm supposed to upgrade my armor because I'm wearing like cloth clothes.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
You gotta like kill some cows and get some leather.
There are no cows in this universe, apparently. Only giant fucking lizard monsters.
I was just about to say, then kill some lizards and make some snake skin.
Steak skin?
Yeah.
You don't make skin out of steak?
Snake skin.
You said steak. And then I clarified steak, and you said yeah.
I thought you just said steak. Come on, man. Have you ever played RuneScape? Get your shit together.
No, I actually have, played RuneScape when I was like 7 or in 7th grade.
You're in 7th grade when you're 7? That's amazing.
I'm a genius.
Usually you're in like 1st or 2nd grade then, pal.
My brain is enormous.
Your head's enormous. Your brain's pretty small.
Well, the brain is in the head. Head is only big because the brain is so big. You see?
Do you feel proud that you made that sentence?
Yeah.
That's why your brain's too small.
So anyway, there's a UFC event coming up, isn't there?
Yeah, UFC 224.
That is in 2 days?
224. Yes, it is. Do you know who's fighting?
I don't know. Tell me.
Well, the main event is...
Do you know?
Don't interrupt me, motherfucker.
Okay, you were taking your time. That's why I interrupted you.
Amanda Nunes versus Raquel Pennington.
I'm not sure that's how you pronounce that.
What, Amanda?
Nunes?
Amanda Nunes.
Nunez.
Say it again?
Yes.
Nunez?
Nunez.
I'm just going to say Nunes.
Okay, well, I hate you. I want you to know that.
Thanks, pal.
You're welcome. Amanda Nunes
versus Raquel Pennington. What do you know about Raquel?
She's decent, but hasn't been able to win any championships. Hasn't been able to get quite up there yet.
I think that the fight is way closer than a lot of people think it is. Because I looked up the odds for these fights just because I was curious. And Amanda Nunes is a minus 1,100. So 11 to 1.
1,100?
11 to 1.
That's insane.
And Raquel Pennington's 7 to 1 betting odds. So if I put $100 on Raquel, then I'd win $700 if she won.
That sounds like a pretty fucking good bet.
Raquel her last win, I believe, is against Miesha Tate.
Mm-hmm.
So she ain't no slouch.
It's not like Nunez is dominating or anything.
She's been consistently winning. Nunez has been dominating.
She's been beating good people, but
the only person she hasn't dominated is Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I feel like the competition could be higher. Like she hasn't really...
She's beat everybody, dude. The only person she hasn't fought is Holly. As far as like those top cream of the crop women at 135. That and Cyborg, but you can't count Cyborg.
I think you can count Cyborg.
Not at 135, homie. That's like a super fight. That's bullshit. I think that's bullshit that all these 135-pound women have to deal with the shadow of Cyborg because she has nobody else to fight in her own weight class.
I agree.
It's not their fault that she can't make 135 pounds because she's a fucking giant. You know? Like, she fights in her own weight class. She ain't getting pressured to go down or go up a weight class to fight somebody.
True.
You know what I mean?
It is bullshit.
But I think if you're trying to make some money, Raquel Pennington may not be the most crazy thing you could ever do.
Seriously? So you bet $100, you get 7?
Yeah, but that's depending on which betting line, and those are subject to change anytime.
Right.
And Raquel's a grinder, and she got the chin. Mm-hmm. So if she can withstand Amanda's like first round storm, I can see her starting to grind her out. I think she's a better grappler than Valentina, so it's not going to be like a stand-up match the whole time.
Right.
And I'm assuming she has better cardio. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming she does. So I could definitely see Raquel starting to win the rounds later. But it's in Brazil, and I don't know if the judge is going to go her way, so she's probably going to have to finish the fight. So be tough. It's a tough go, but I definitely...
So are you betting Raquel? So it's +7. If you get it right.
I am picking...
If you get it right, I'll take 7 drinks. I was about to say 7 shots. I'll take 7 drinks.
If I get it wrong, what? I ain't doing 11 drinks.
So if I were to bet on Nunez, how much would I make if I bet $100?
$10.
Okay, so if I win, you have to take a sip.
I'm down with that. That's an easy bet for me, you fucking idiot.
Well,
so I'm gonna guess Pennington.
Wait a minute. No, if you get it wrong, then if you get the Raquel bet wrong, you have to take 7 drinks as well.
How the fuck do you get these?
You bet.
How did you get this in your head? I'm very curious.
I just made it up. I'm doing this as I go along.
We're not doing the same bet. I have way worse odds, fuckface. I'll do 3 drinks.
Something has to represent the $100 you're putting into Raquel Pennington.
3 drinks.
Okay.
And you got way better odds, so you're upping your risk at 7. That's that. Do you not know how betting works, bro?
I do.
Jesus Christ.
Go on.
Jacare Souza versus Calvin Gastelum. What do you think? I'm curious.
How good is Gastelum's jiu-jitsu?
Not on the planet of Jacare's jiu-jitsu.
I feel like that's a severe problem.
He does have some 10th planet background, but Jacare
does it even matter?
Jacare is arguably in the top 3 even. No, probably like top 5 greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners in UFC history.
In UFC history, period?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say the weight class.
No, in UFC history.
That's nuts.
He's won so many tournaments.
So I know Gastelum's boxing is good. But how the fuck...
little taunt is the alligator. He's going to get fucking grappled, son.
I get it. So you don't think there's a chance for the boxing to prevail? Or what?
Calvin's boxing is way better than Jacare's. Calvin's a lot faster. He has better footwork. He's definitely the superior fighter standing up.
Jacare's kind of a beast, though.
Jacare is a beast. The whole thing about this, Calvin could absolutely be a champion at 170 pounds. He can be a champion at 185 too. He knocked out the champion Bisping right before GSP did, and or choked him out. The only issue is these wrestlers and these grapplers, because he's not a true 185 pounder, and these guys are big 185 pounders. They're heavy. Like when he fought Weidman, he outstruck Weidman. He dropped Weidman, but he wasn't strong enough to take him out. And then Weidman recovered, got him to the ground, and submitted him because he's just a bigger, more superior guy in the ground.
Right.
And Calvin is going up against somebody way worse for him if it gets taken to the ground. But at the same time, Jacare hasn't looked amazing in his past fights against Elite Company. Like his last fight against, I think it was Tim Bosch, he just destroyed him. But he always destroys people that are like in the lower end of the top 10.
Yeah. It's
when it comes to
upper tier people.
When it comes to the upper tier people, like Yoel Romero, he almost got finished in the first round. But then I think the second round was Yoel's, and then he won the third round because Yoel was starting to gas out. Yeah. That might be a bad example because I definitely think Jacare won that fight. I think the judges got it wrong.
I think I remember that, yeah.
But he almost got finished that fight. And then he fought Robert Whittaker and just got destroyed because he couldn't get Robert down. And then Robert just knocked his ass out.
Yeah.
So, if you can't get Calvin down, it's a bad night for him. But I think he can get him down.
I agree with that.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he can get him down, though. I'm trusting in the jiu-jitsu here.
So we're not going to make a bet on this one? Let's go with...
Who picked first in the last one? I picked first, so you're picking Jacare here?
Yeah, I'll pick Jacare.
We're doing this backwards as fuck. Who starts with a championship?
I know, it's all right.
Anyway, so I guess I'll go...
We're building down to it. It's okay.
I'm immediately flipping after making my decision. I'm going to go with Calvin instead. I think boxing's going to prevail. I think he'll get... Lightning will strike in the first round.
All right, the odds are super close in this one, so we're just going to do a shot for shot.
I'm fine with that.
Because it's plus 130 for Calvin and minus 150 for Jacare.
That's fair.
And then you got Mackenzie motherfucking Dern.
Is that her middle name?
Ass for days.
Is that her surname?
Yes. Versus Amanda motherfucking Koopa.
They had the same middle name.
From Michigan. And she's a dime piece too.
It's true.
They're
very
both
attractive
gorgeous
women who we should respect when...
All I'm saying is they both have a great pair of eyes. I just love their eyes. They're very beautiful.
I personally love how big their hearts are and how much they care about the game.
I like how strong their legs are.
Me too.
I like how explosive they are.
I like a good strong pair of thighs.
And I like...
that grip around people's necks and choke them out.
That I know that they do squats.
Oh,
I'm just going to leave it at that.
That's a weird one. Okay, Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Cooper. What are the odds?
Do you remember...
Thanks for answering my question.
Seeing Amanda Cooper live?
I do.
We went to the fight.
I remember her being pretty good.
Yeah, she... I forget who she beat.
Was it even notable person?
Kind of just because she's controversial. Like, she was talking a lot of shit to Cyborg.
Yeah.
And then Cyborg punched her when she seen her. And then she pressed charges, I think. And I think she dropped them, though. I could be getting that completely wrong, but I'm almost positive that's who she fought.
Anyway, point is she dominated.
Yeah. Amanda Cooper's a really good striker. She has a background in boxing. Mackenzie Dern has a phenomenal background in jiu-jitsu. She's a champion. Another striker grappler. And usually in the striker grappler matches, grapplers win. They usually find a way to get it to the ground. The odds...
I just realized you picked a Brazilian in the last matchup. You fucker. There's no Brazilian in this one. Mackenzie Dern's not Brazilian, right?
She calls herself Brazilian. She was born in America, but she has a Brazilian accent, and I think her dad's from Brazil.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so she's gonna be the fan favorite.
Okay.
She's minus 245. Amanda's plus 205.
Finally answered my question.
A long stretch, wait. Mackenzie Dern's striking's not good though.
I noticed that.
Her debut, she had a hard time getting homegirl down.
Maybe it was just jitters though.
Jitters, and I just don't think her takedowns are good. But I don't know how good Amanda Cooper's takedown defense is, because she fought Cynthia Calvillo, and Cynthia got her ass down.
Yeah.
And I believe she finished her. She choked her out.
And Cynthia's smaller.
She's smaller, but she's way more.
She's smaller than Durham.
Yeah, but I think she's way more explosive.
Faster.
And she trains a Team Alpha Male.
True.
And those guys are relentless. I think she's a little bit further ahead in her MMA career. I wouldn't say that her jiu-jitsu is better than Mackenzie's as far as jiu-jitsu goes, but as UFC jiu-jitsu,
some fundamentals and shit.
I think it's better.
True.
I think she's more dynamic in those areas, and I think she goes for the finish more than Mackenzie does.
Okay.
That being said, we didn't see Mackenzie a lot on the ground in that fight. When she did get her to the ground, she was doing a lot of good transitions.
True.
So
hopefully she can get her down and then work some magic. I'm going to go with it. I'm going with the Brazilian on this one.
Good, because I want to go with homegirl.
Oh, you do?
The
Okay.
hometown son.
You always do. You always stick to your hometown team, even if they suck.
Amanda Cooper upset, knockout, first round.
Wow. I'm going to go with second round rear naked choke.
Rear naked choke. RNC. Mm-hmm. Your odds are probably way better than mine. But
Our odds are pretty...
I'll do a shot for shot on that one.
That's fine. Minus 200, plus 200.
Mm-hmm. Then we got 2 more fights. Brian Kelleher versus John Lineker. Do you know who any of them are?
I know John Lineker. I don't know Brian Kelleher, though.
John Lineker is 135 pounds. They're both 135 pounders, and he's like, he got a hammer for a hand.
Mm-hmm.
He's known for having a lot of knockout power. He only loses to like the elite of the elite, like TJ and them.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting Brian Kelleher, and I was like, who the fuck is that guy? Because I didn't really know. So I looked him up, and he just beat Renan Barão. And then other than that, he's lost to Jimmy Rivera, who's a stud. He's in the top 4. He's fighting Marlon Moraes, which I can't wait for that fucking fight. They got some beef. But we're not going there. Lineker has fought a lot of good people, and he's won some, he's lost some. Brian Kelleher has only beat a washed up Renan Barão. A Renan Barão that's post USADA that hasn't looked nearly the same.
But John Lineker's old, though, isn't he?
I don't think he's that old.
You sure? I remember him being pretty old last time
He's young enough to have the UFC little design in his haircut.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I did not see that. That seems strange.
I seen it on good old Facebook.
Oh, fuck off. It's probably fake then.
So it's my pick. So it's irrelevant what you think. I'm going with John Lineker.
You fucking asshole. I'm gonna hope Brian Kelleher is a younger guy and John Lineker is as old as I remember. And I'm gonna go with the young buck. I don't have a choice.
Okay. Vitor.
I'm going with Machida.
Phenom Belfort.
I'm going with Machida.
Versus the Dragon.
Lyoto
Machida. Machida was literally like one of the scariest people
I remember
on the planet.
That's when I first got into UFC. I was playing UFC Unleashed on the fucking PS3, I think it was.
Was he the guy that got you into the UFC, or was he just dominant when you got into it?
No, it was...
He was the modern day Bruce Lee for a split second.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
he came in and blew up and exploded on everybody's faces.
Yeah. Jesus. You went there, huh?
Maybe it was a different video.
He destroyed everybody.
Absolutely.
And they thought it was the Machida era. Mm-hmm. And then Shogun Hua came from Pride.
He was my favorite. Shogun? Yep. He's
had a lot of amazing fights. Wars with so many great people. His Dan Henderson fights, oh my god, both of them fucking fight of the year. It's some of the best fights of all time.
So Belfort,
I would love to see that Shogun versus Machida. Three.
If we're doing all these old person fights, we might as well.
Belfort wants a seniors league for the UFC, like a masters.
I mean, dead serious.
Like he said that he's gonna retire after this fight, but if they brought some kind of senior league, he would do it. Bellator, baby. That's pretty much it. Are you serious?
The Bellator Elder Grand Prix.
There you go. So you're going with Machida, huh?
Yes.
He doesn't look so hot his past couple fights.
That's okay. He'll bring it together. Neither is Belfort.
He got a couple knockouts,
Belfort looks chunky.
Belfort looks daddy.
Yeah. I don't know.
I still say TRT Belfort is one of the scariest human beings on the planet.
It is, absolutely. It's frightening. It's like a superhero villain.
He's spinning heel kick Luke Rockhold into a different dimension.
That makes me laugh. I don't know why. I don't really like Luke Rockhold for some reason.
Nobody does. I don't understand why. I like him.
He comes off...
Everybody calls him as a doucher. I think they're just jealous of him.
Yeah. Something like... He seems like a guy who'd be proud of what he has. And overly proud of it.
I think he's just awkward on the mic. And he doesn't know how to really be himself. Because when you watch him conversate with Khabib and Cormier, it's just like the boys. Like just talking shit, taking jabs at each other and their friends.
But when he's like getting interviewed.
But when he's getting interviewed in that, he talks about how he has a lot of belief in himself, and which I'm down with all that. Like, you got to believe that you're the best to be an elite fighter. Are you serious? Like, every one of those fighters in the UFC thinks that they could be a champion at some point in their career.
But it kind of sounded like it was coming from a place of insecurity.
I can see that. He's definitely emotional, but emotions are good. People like emotions.
True.
I just don't understand all the hate. Like, I don't think it's warranted. I think a lot of it's jealousy because they know they'll never look as good as Luke Rockhold. And they all know that if Luke Rockhold wanted to, he can just go, ding dong. And then your wife opens the door.
I don't have a wife. I'm not married.
And just hypothetically,
okay, but
talking to the audience.
How is...
Your wife opens the door. She sees a Luke Rockhold rocking one of his polo sponsors or whatever the fuck he's sponsored by. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's a watch company.
Okay.
But we're going to move on.
Sure. Let's not get caught up in semantics.
A body that your husband will never have.
Is he wearing clothes or...
Oh, he's shirtless for sure.
Oh, great. What an asshole.
He's a surfer, bro.
Is he? He surfs?
Yeah, he surfs. He does everything. He's a freaking athlete. He comes there. He says 2 words.
What's that?
Get in. Get into the car.
Okay.
That's it. That's all he has to say. And then you're going to lose your wife.
I'm pretty sure...
I think that's why a lot of people hate him.
I'm pretty sure most women would say no.
Pretty sure you don't know most women.
Come on, man. They would not get into Luke Rockhold's car.
Are you...
Just by seeing him, most women aren't going to know who Luke Rockhold is.
If Luke Rockhold...
Girls don't know who Luke Rockhold is.
knocked on my door and told me to get in, I might have to think about it.
What the fuck?
I might have to think about it.
Coming out to me right now?
What kind of adventures would I have with Luke Rockhold? That'd be pretty fucking
kind
slick.
of adventures?
Hey, we go to Australia or some shit, man. Go surfing.
If Luke Rockhold comes here, rings our doorbell, and takes you in his car, I'm pretty sure he's going to kill you because he's secretly a psychopath.
He ain't gonna kill me.
You're going to kill him?
Fuck no.
Because that's the vibe I was getting there, that you were going to defend yourself and turn the tides or something.
I'm gonna jump out of the car and run for my life.
Fucking thrilling.
You said I was gonna talk all tough. Are you serious? I
did.
wouldn't have a shot.
That's what it looked like.
I wouldn't have a shot. How? Speaking of shit like that, dude, did you see this 50 Cent Rampage shit?
What? No.
50 Cent called out Rampage on Instagram.
Oh no.
Let me see if I can find it because I think he took it down.
Talk about an elders league.
50, man.
Why
I'm pretty
would he do
sure
that?
Rampage is older than him.
I bet. No,
But
I
Rampage
doubt
is
it.
the fucking fighter. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, 50 would get embarrassed.
I think 50 can like street fight. Like he has the street cred.
Yeah, but fighting
But
is...
you ain't a fucking MMA athlete.
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore. Maybe he took it down.
Or maybe it was never a thing. Did you see it on Facebook?
No, I seen
Nick.
it. I seen it on his and Rampage.
saw
Dude,
it.
go to Rampage. I'll go to Rampage's Instagram
I'm
right
not
now.
going to Rampage.
Because Rampage is talking shit to him. My face when a rapper calls me out. And he says, "Is 50 serious?" And then he posted this one because everyone's figured out like why the fuck is 50 coming at Rampage. First of all, if they ever see each other and they fight, 50 has no shot in hell. Rampage can do whatever he wants to him. He can knock him out or he can take him down.
Obviously, 50 Cent's
shove a
not going to
finger
think
up
that
his
way.
asshole
Why would
and
he
make
do
him
that?
call him daddy.
Why would he do that?
Because he fucking can. That's why. You know how humiliating that'll be for 50? Anyways, Rampage said, "I found out why 50 wants to fight me. Turns out he was trying to get the role of BA in the A-Team.
You wanted to be Mr. T?
Yes. The director showed me his audition. 50, you should watch your mouth, fam. That shit is embarrassing. You don't want your fans clowning you, son. I'm down to fight, but you already know I'm the baddest Jackson up in this bitch. And I'm down to prove it."
Damn. Rampage getting him.
Dude, it would not even be a fight.
I love Rampage.
I don't think... Oh my god, I would love to see that. Just... I mean, Eminem's my favorite rapper of all time. 50's an amazing rapper, but sometimes 50 just... He's a little too hype on his britches, you know?
Yeah.
He thinks he's some...
You spend your whole life hyping yourself up, you turn into Kanye, and that's kind of what's happening to 50, I feel.
That's kind of what's happening to Connor, I feel.
Connor?
Yes.
You haven't heard a word from him in a while.
I think he's working on it.
Look at his Instagram, it's all
Yeah.
about his kid.
Speaking of his kid, it's also his kid and his fucking dick. In all those pictures, you see his dick just imprinted on his pants. I swear to God.
What are you talking about?
Of his son's first birthday, he has like 10 pictures on his Instagram. Every single one of them, you can see Connor's junk. I didn't notice it, but I was listening to the Fighter and Kid podcast today, and they both just started clowning, like talking about it. They're about, he got a fat piece, and I was just like, oh my God. I literally went on Instagram to look because I did not believe it.
Oh my God.
And you can just see Connor's smug face, like he knows while he's smiling.
He did it on purpose. He knows what he's doing.
Oh,
asshole.
Joe Schilling, you know who he is, right?
Yeah.
Bellator kickboxer, really good. Mm-hmm. He posted this of 50 pitching. How he had that,
remember that. Yeah.
Horrible
Yikes.
pitch.
Hit the dude in the nuts.
He just like puts laugh out loud at 50. If you punch anything like you throw, you should definitely hashtag get the strap. Because 50 always says get the strap.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, man. Hashtag sorry, Miss Jackson.
Damn.
They're clowning
People are
him.
going hard on him.
I mean, if you go after an MMA fighter, you know that whole MMA community got his back.
I suppose.
And I don't think all the rappers are going to have 50's back because he's fighting a battle he ain't going to win.
Absolutely. That's not a that's not
You can
a
have your
step
little
you
Twitter battle, Drake Meek Mill style, but if they see you, there's like nothing you can do unless you just thought you're going to have a gunfight or some shit like that, but then your whole career's done.
Right. You just murdered a famous person. Right. You're not getting away with.
Goddamn 50.
That was a weird thing to get onto. Your tangents surprise me sometimes.
Oh, man. What else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I think that's it.
So we talked about the fights. We made our picks.
We did it ass backwards, and our hardest drinks are going to be at the end of the event.
I forgot to tell
Easiest
you.
drinks, rather.
I found out which run I am doing in my marathon.
Oh, great. We're still talking about this.
It is the... Are you ready?
Yeah.
Boom. You gotta help me.
Clock's ticking.
It's the Freep Marathon.
Freep.
It's the Detroit Free Press Marathon.
Okay.
So it's running in downtown Detroit, and it's like one of the only international marathon runs because you run over the Ambassador Bridge and under the tunnel.
See, I can't do that. I don't have a passport. I actually don't have a license.
You can do it with an enhanced driver's license.
I don't have that.
You should get that, dude. Just go to Secretary of State.
I have to anyway.
Yeah. So when you do go there, just say, "Can I get this enhanced?" and just pay like $30 or whatever.
I should.
Yeah. But it's October 20th. So that gives me plenty of time for me to continue getting into good shape now, and then have a little celebration in Jamaica in July. And then once I'm back in July from Jamaica in July, I can actually get in a 60-day routine.
Yeah, that works out pretty well.
I'm excited.
I'll be sitting at some Detroit restaurant outside as you run by.
You're going to be doing the marathon with me because you made a bet.
I'll run like halfway up there and then stop at a restaurant.
You're going to be like Sam because she went jogging with me today. And I asked her if she wanted to jog because I went to that Crunch Gym, which is dope because they got all kinds of non-functional equipment because that's my new thing right now. I'm trying to get like Avi Marcus strong after his lovely book that I read, but we're not going to go there. We can talk about that later.
I think we already talked about it actually.
It's a really, really good book, dude. And I said, okay, let's just do 3 miles. She was like, I can't. I'm like, yes, you can. You can do 3 miles. You ain't gonna die. Let's just try.
She normally only does like 1.
We got a half mile in and she started crying.
Oh boy.
And every time we jog, we become this old bitter couple and they start bitching at each other.
It's not every time you jog. It's just most times of the day.
Well, it's even worse when we're
It
jogging.
just happens to line up that
I'm
way.
trying to push her to try to make her test herself, you know?
Sure.
I'm not trying to push her in a way to like kill herself, but I'm like you're stopping and you're still talking. Like if you're really pushing yourself, you'd be like having a hard time breathing. Like you're gonna give it your all before you finally stop. I'm like, come on, like we can do this. You're only a half mile in. You ain't gonna die. Like you're 22. Like you don't got any crazy health conditions. You'll be alright. And she kept going and we kept going, and every time she stopped, I would try to like motivate her, and then she'd get mad at me, and I get mad at her, and then we just get into this fucking bicker war. Eventually, it led to we jogged a mile together. And then she's like, just fucking go. And then I jogged 2 more miles.
And she went home.
And she went home.
Figures.
Yeah.
That's not the first time you guys have done that.
No. We do it all the time. It's a typical day.
But no, yeah, guys, I swear the relationship is great.
Never been better.
What a great note to end it on. But anyway.
So, this is what I want all you guys to do because...
Even me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We got a Motor City My League series on
NBA 2K18.
Yeah, it's a series where we're rebuilding the Pistons.
Using
and
ourselves.
We edit ourselves in the game. It's really, really fun. It's like almost a podcast within a video. Mm-hmm. We talk about random shit. We talk about the game. We have funny times, and it's good. So if you enjoy this shit, check those out as well, because we're trying to get our YouTube channel some love.
Yeah, you can see some highlights and some clips on Instagram or our Facebook.
Right.
Anything like that. Make sure you subscribe to those. Get all the updates.
Yeah. Leave a rating. That's like the number one most important thing. And share the shit. Tell one of your friends. Say, hey, you want to hear a shitty podcast? Then don't listen to this one, because the Passive and Aggressive podcast is the best podcast ever.
That sounds like the worst infomercial ever.
Thanks, pal. I worked on that one.
You should work on it some more. Anyway, guys, make sure you rate it, subscribe, like you said, and till next time.
This is the PNA cast.
Passive and Aggressive. I'm Dalton Johnson. Nick just pushed his mic away.
I quit.
He's mic dropping. And we'll see you next time.